Welcome, welcome to Viv's Art and Garden. Let me show you my beaded snowflake I got here. Now the first thing that I did was I did one of the arms with some of these acrylic beads, or you can get crystal beads, whatever you want to get. Trying to show it to you there, but it didn't really work out. But I lay out the first arm and then I count my beads. Once I get them, then I just put them in lines as they are going to be fed onto this little snowflake frame, this little wire frame. I also have my pliers, my jewelry pliers. Now these frames right here, I get them from Amazon. They're not very expensive. I can't even remember how much they are, but I'll link them below in the description. And once I decide on the pattern or what size and what shape that I'm gonna have, I get my arm like I want it. I lay out those beads as they are gonna be fed onto that metal little wire there, and then I just slip them on. It makes it so much easier, makes it go so much faster. Make sure you get the beads that have the holes in the center, so of course you can put them on your wire. And then all I do is just feed them on. Now I know I did this last year. I know we're doing it again this year because this is a craft that I really love. It only takes a few minutes and you can make these as gifts. You can hang them on your tree. I like to put them in my windows because I love the way the sun just sort of glints off of them. Now you take your rounded pliers, you grab the tip of that wire, and you'll just roll your pliers into a circle, and that will keep those beads on there, and you just have like a little circle of wire at the end there. You just curl it over there. So that's all there is to that. And then you just continue, and you just want to make sure, that you have your beads in order so that they match. You want all of your little snowflake arms to look exactly the same. Well, you don't have to, but I think it looks, symmetry is where it's at when it comes to these snowflakes. I know in nature, snowflakes are all different, but our snowflakes are going to be symmetrical because that's how I like it. So that's all there is to it. There's not a lot to this. You can get different shapes of these beads, different sizes. I got a whole bunch. Now I used to, back in the day when I started making these, I don't even know, 20 something years ago I started making these. I have a whole box of them, so I love to hang them in my window, and it looks like a little blizzard in my window of these crystal snowflakes, and then when the sun hits them, it just glints, and it's just a beautiful, stunning display. So yeah, I really love those when they're on the tree. The Christmas tree lights just sort of reflect off of them. They're just beautiful to me. So I've been making them all these years, and I'm still making them, and I'll probably make them again next year. I just love them that much. That's how much they're just, and you know what else I've done with these? I've put them as gift toppers so that not only the person gets a gift, but they get a little ornament that they can use next year. You just put a little bow on it or whatever and attach it to your gift. Makes a really, really sweet gift topper. So yeah, those are, and you can also put them on wreaths, attach them to your wreaths. There's just your imagination. Whatever your imagination can think of, that's what you can do with these. I'm going to let you listen to a little Christmas music as I finish this one up, and I'll be right back shortly. All right, we are finishing up with our beautiful snowflake. We're just going to take the tip of that and just bend it around in a circle around those round pliers to keep those beads on that arm. And I am going to squish it down, and there you go. That is so pretty to me. And you can use any kind of shapes. You know, the way that you put them on there determines the shape of your snowflake, and you can come up with just thousands of combinations of how you put the beads on each little arm to make the design. Now I'm just going to put a little ribbon through this one. I don't have any silver ribbon. I think silver ribbon would have looked better, but I have some red ribbon, so I'm just going to put it through there and tie it to show you how you can do that. Or when I put these on the window, I put fishing line through them because the fishing line is clear and you don't see it as readily as you would a string or a ribbon. So when I do the windows, I use fishing line. And another thing I do is I get one of those pressure curtain rods and I put it just inside the window frame, and that's what I hang my snowflakes off of, so I don't have to attach them to any of my window trim or any of the woodwork. I just put one of those little tiny pressure rods up there, those little curtain rods that work on pressure, and I just hang my snowflakes from there and let them just swing in the window. So beautiful. So there you go. That one is really beautiful. But I'm going to show you another way to make these snowflakes. So stay tuned for a second. There, get you a good close-up. So pretty. You could also glue one of the beads into the center if you wanted to cover up those the wire in the middle, but I just didn't do that. So here we have a fat snowflake, and now I've made a skinny snowflake. But I made the skinny snowflake for a reason. I made the arm very symmetrical. I didn't put any really large beads on it because I'm going to add some beads. And what I'm doing is I'm just taking some florist wire and I am wrapping it around underneath one of the beads. Then I'm going to measure it to the next bead, the exact same place on the next arm under the same bead. Oh, I forgot my cutters. Hold on, let me come back and get there. Got my cutters. So where were we? Oh yeah, we are measuring this wire, and we are going to from bead to bead, the same shape bead, because we want to tuck it under those, and we want it to be, in the right place on each arm. Once you cut, measure it and cut it, leave yourself a tail because you're going to wrap that around underneath that second bead under the arm. Let me stop a minute. You are going to wrap that wire on the corresponding bead on that second arm. So you want to do the same bead on the second arm where you wrapped it on the first arm. And if you think about it, if you're enjoying this content, please hit subscribe, give me a like, give me a comment. Any little bit helps, and I appreciate it so much. So once you get that wire on there, then you are just going to start stringing beads. Now I'm just kind of experimenting, and I want I'm doing smaller beads on this little connecting wire, but I am trying to get a pattern going. And once I figure that pattern out, then I'm just going to repeat it all the way around each section in between the arms. So that's all we are doing here. It's a simple craft, so simple. And I think kids could do this if they're old enough. Now of course they would have to be age appropriate, but if you wanted to do this, like next year, right after Thanksgiving, is when we do a lot of crafting as a family. After we eat, we'll get out our craft supplies and start making things for Christmas. So now I'm measuring. I'm just deciding how many beads I need on there. And I'm taking them off. I'm going to try a different, I'm just trying different patterns, different beads at different locations, different sequences of beads until I'm satisfied. That's all you've got to do. So I am going to let you watch for a second, and I'll be right back. So once I've decided on my pattern of beads, then I just start stringing them on there, and I keep measuring to make sure that I fill up that space in between those two arms. But I don't want to fill it up so much that I can't wrap my wire around that second arm. So I'm trying to be mindful of that too. I'm also old and can't see the hole in the bead, so I keep dropping it. Hopefully y'all won't have that problem. These little beads are so tiny, but I love them. So I am really working on getting those things in there. Come on, get on there, little doggy. Alright, I just need to string a few more and I think we'll have it. And I have made those beads going from smaller to the largest in the middle, and then we're going to go back smaller to the other side. Yeah, I like that. I like that. So what I'm going to do, put a couple more beads on to match the, match the pattern that I've got going. And then I am just going to take that wire in underneath this corresponding bead on the second arm there. The bead, So if I'm going 3 beads down on the first one and wrap the wire, then I'm going 3 beads down on the second one, and I'm just wrapping that wire. You can trim off the excess once you get it wrapped on there. And then you're just going to repeat this process on between each of the snowflakes arms. I'm also just taking my pliers and kind of squishing the wire down to keep it from poking out. Don't want it to scratch anybody or hurt anybody. So that is our first little section done. And this is just another way of doing it. I did not show you this way last year, so I thought, oh well, I'll just show you another way to do it, another way I have done these beads. So again, we are just going to wrap it underneath that bead, that same bead that we just wrapped. We're going with some new wire. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to wrap that wire under there. We're going to measure it between the arms, leaving a little excess. You want to have that excess so that you can wrap it on the next little arm. And I just wrap it around a couple of times. I don't know the gauge of this wire. It's pretty thin, and it comes in a bundle. It is florist wire that you use to make like garlands. And then you just cut it with a little excess there, string your beads again, and that's all there is to it. And this time you just use your first pattern on your first arm, and you just repeat that bead for bead. And that's all there is to it. And there you go. There it is, finished. Each one of the arms has its new little beaded in between it. And here are the 3 snowflakes that I made today. In just less than 20 minutes, I made all 3 of these, so it's a really fast craft. And I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you make some more. So thanks for watching, and Merry Christmas and love you guys. Shout out to my patrons. Can't do it without you guys.